Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Glitzzy Gem. Thank you for watching. You're probably wondering, what is this girl doing with her hair? Why is her hair so... Why didn't she fix her hair, right? Well, it's because I'm going to do a get ready with me video, which I'm not even ready for. Well, hello, welcome back my Glitzzy Gems. You're probably wondering, why is her hair down and it's not even straight? Yeah. We're gonna do a get ready with me to start finishing my tutorials on my eyeshadow makeup that I have. I just wanted to let you know a few things, what's been going on. So let's get ready with me. Okay, so first of all, it's hot. It's very hot. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten out my hair with this here. It's the it's Wet to Straight Remington hair straightener, and I have it on the steam setting 29. Steam settings whenever your hair is wet. It is my scalp is kind of sweating right now on the back of my neck, so I do want to get that part of my, the back of my, the underneath where the back of my hair is, straight as well. So that's why I put it on the steam setting. But you can also take the steam setting off if you don't need the steam. If your hair is already dry, you just need to straighten your hair out. This is a really good tool. I had this since, I want to say way before 2000, the year 2000, and it's still working. I mean, you can even tell how worn it's been used, but look, it's not even that bad. For 2000, for it to be like, what, close to 19 years old, and it's still working, yeah. It's a very good product to have, and I got it because at that time I would always take my showers in the morning, and to get ready for work I would have to straighten my hair out, and this does straighten your hair out when it's wet. Believe me, I can show you, but I don't know, it's just, well, I guess I can show you. I can wet one side of my hair, I can wet this part of my hair, it'll be drenched. It has to be just like damp, not drenched in water, but just damp, and then you're gonna see the steam as it starts to straighten out the hair. So let me do that so I can show you that this really works for wet to straight hair, and it hasn't given me any problems. There are no electrical issues or anything like that, or you get shocked or anything like that. People ask me, well, don't you get shocked? Isn't that dangerous? And I'm like, no. It straightens your hair, while it's wet. So I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so give me a minute. Let me just wet one part of my hair, a part that's not going to be seen, because sometimes whenever I do use it and it's wet, and if it's not in the right setting, it'll start to frizz up. My hair gets frizzy real easily when it's humid. So you know how when your hair gets humid, it frizzes up. So let me go ahead and wet this part of my hair. So give me a minute. Well, let me do a little. See, this is like too much to show because I really don't want to wet my hair because my hair's already dry, and I just want to do a fast application, but I do want to show you that it does work. I want y'all to believe me that it does work when it's wet. So then you wet this portion of it so you can see the steam whenever I wet it, and then you can see the steam when I start to straighten it out. You can see the steam on it. Okay, so give me a minute or a second. For you it'll be a second. Okay, so I'm back. So my hands are wet. They're still wet. I didn't dry them off, but here's my hair. It's wet. As you can tell, it's wet. So let me just show y'all. And it does give off steam even when your hair is dry. It'll give off steam, but not as much as when it's wet. So I want to show you that this does work. If you ever come across a Remington Wet to Straight, straight flat iron, get it, because it does work. Okay, so what you do is you keep it there, and you don't want to keep it too close to the root. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can see the steam, but can you hear that? Okay, so you have to keep straightening your hair out until it just becomes dry. So you don't want to get it too close to the root, to your root or to your scalp, because it will burn. I just felt a little burn, but you do want to hold it down in place so that the heat can evaporate the water in your hair, and you can hear it sounds like it's like a stove. Hear it? Hear the steam? And my hair is pretty long, so it's gonna take a little while for it to get straight because it's pretty long. But I'm gonna do this as quickly as possible, and you just keep doing it, and it does burn your hands, like when you like whenever you grab your strand to keep going back and forth with the flat iron to hold it like this. I need a wand. It does burn your hand. It does burn even when it's dry. You see, look, it's dry. This part here is still a little damp, so let me straighten this part, and that's the one that's closest to my scalp. So let me show you guys. Okay, it's not, so it's just damp. It's not really wet. It's not that much, or not much wet anymore. As you can see, the steam is, you see the steam coming out of it? But my hair is practically straight already. The strand is practically, that burnt my hand grabbing the strand. That's how hot it is. But my hair is long. Look how long it is. Oh my God. But it is soft. It leaves your hair soft and really real shiny. See, so look. I'm gonna get a little close up. Can y'all see that? Can you see how straight this is? And it's not even wet anymore. And look how shiny it looks now. You know, my ends, you know, I have like dead ends or something. So that's why it looks kind of, you know, damaged. But my straightener would make it seem a little bit more shinier. Make it shinier. Just gotta go down on it like that. See? And it just straightens it out. And this is done. This one's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it towards the back, because this is how I do my hair all the time. I start from one side to the end. So I'm gonna start with, who is hot in here? So I'm gonna start with, first what I do is I part my hair in half. So my hair is really long. I part it in half, but I get most of the top of my hair, the bottom of my hair. I always want to grab where my ear, the hair that's around my ear, I always want it to be at the bottom. And just whatever's above my ear, I just tie it up in a ribbon, bow, you know, clip, whatever you have going on. I just like to make it into a little bun like this, and I just grab my scrunchie and I just go like this. There, you gotta look. No, yeah, there you gotta look. So, oh, that was hot. It's hot in here. It does give off a lot of steam, so I'm gonna turn my fan on. I have the AC on, but I have it on a low setting because I don't want it on a setting where it's not, where my bill doesn't run too high. Because my Laura messed me up on my monies. So now I have to be careful because it's hot now. We're in the summer, it's hot, and I need my AC on. And with my husband getting away with that extra money when we went to court on June the 18th, when the judge ruled in his favor because I didn't have any evidence because my lawyer didn't have it for me. That was like that put a hinder on my that hindered my money spending. Like even now I'm still spending money that I'm not even supposed to be spending, and it's an addiction. Okay, I'm telling you, it's an addiction. Spending money is an addiction, and I need help because, you know, I need to control. I mean, I have controlled myself a little with spending, you know, but my urges are still there. My urges in spending money are still there. Ooh, you're seeing my armpits. No, don't see my armpits. No. No, yuck. Don't look at my pits. Don't look at my arms. No, but this is getting ready with me to do my tutorials. I really wanted to start looking a little bit more presentable when I start doing my videos. I'm already, I think November, or I think August would be a year of me doing these videos. So I gotta look at my time dates. I don't know. I gotta see if it's already a year or it's gonna be a year. But look how straight it's starting to get. Look, my hair is so nice. Sorry, I'm over here just bragging about my hair, huh? But look how straight and shiny my flat iron gets my hair. But anyway, so as I was saying about, yeah, I want to start looking a little bit more presentable, because I started looking at my videos and, you know, I just come on this video, don't look at my pits, don't look at my pits. I shaved, but still my arms, even though I've lost a lot of weight, my arms, look, I got a wing, I got wings. Oh my goodness, no, I have no shame in showing my arm wings to my viewers. I don't have that many, that's why, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm not really like when I'm already comfortable, you know, speaking to my viewers already know half of my life story, well, not half, but part of my life story, and, you know, and the way I, you know, how I am on camera, you know, I just get more comfortable, you know, with talking to you guys and doing these videos, even though you're not here in the presence, you know, like you're not physically here. But I know that when y'all do watch me, you know, y'all get to see my personality, y'all get to see how I am, and, you know, like my little facial expressions that I make. You know, I just get comfortable. Look how thick my arms are. Look, I need to lose weight on my arms. Yeah, it's just, I got some flabby wing arms. Y'all better put this on a GIF, okay? No GIFs with my wing flaps. Oh my goodness, don't do no GIFs. I'm telling you, do not do a GIF on me. Oh my goodness, there's probably one out there already of me and I don't even know it. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I don't have that much of a big fan base for them to even do a GIF on me. Yeah, I don't have that much big of a fan base. Yeah, so I'm not worried about it. Not worried about a GIF. But GIFs are supposed to make people laugh. They're like funny. They're supposed to make people laugh. And that's what I like to do. I like to make people laugh. So, yeah. So what I do is just go straight. I just go right around my hair. You know, I just go like in a circle. I just go counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on how I want to straighten my hair out. Which side I want to start with first. So, that's what I'm doing. Yes, you guys, I'm tired. I just got off of work. I had to go to the store. I had to go refund some yogurts. And I don't know where I'm from, but here we have a store that's very, very friendly. Very, not friendly, but very, like, their customer service when it comes to, like, returning products. I think all stores do that, maybe. I don't know. Because this is the only store that I know of that allows you to bring back any product that's been spoiled, or any product that's gone bad. Got hair all over my face. And this store is really good about, as long as you have the receipt, because even the receipt has like an expiration date on how long, you know, how long you're supposed to have, you know, how long you have to return anything that expires on your receipt. Like any food that expires on your receipt, they're really good about you returning that product. Like today, I had to go return some yogurts because my mom, I sent my mom to the store with my dad. My mom and my dad, they usually are the ones that go to the store, come and do my videos, or they're at the store, but, well, not even while we're at the store, but I'm always, whenever I have time, I'll always try to do my videos, so. But at this, you know, when they go to the store, because I really don't like going to the store, to that particular store, because it is so big. And there's just so many people. You just feel like, you know, you just want to get out. Like, my anxiety starts to rise. My anxieties will start to rise just being there with a whole bunch of people, and then you can't get through the aisles, and you're like, okay. And it's not Walmart. This is an HEB, and it's a Hispanic HEB, which I'm part Hispanic. My mom's side of the family, I think they're mostly Hispanic on my mom's side of the family. I really don't know my family tree on my mom's side of the family, but on my dad's side of the family, I know a little bit more of my family tree. On my dad's side of the family, okay, first let me start with my mom. Okay, so my mom's father, my grandfather on my mom's side, he lived here in the United States. He lived in the United States, you know, so he was a citizen. He was a citizen, yeah, a U.S. citizen. And I say was because he's passed away since I was even, before I was even born. I think he passed away. I think my grandmother on my mom's side of the family got to see me when I was little. I don't know, my grandfather on my mom's side of the family got to see me because he died at age 40. He had a heart attack. And my grandmother on my mom's side of the family, my mom's mom, she passed away of ovarian cancer. So I'm going to do a Geek Day video on ovarian cancer when the month comes up on ovarian cancer. I think that's in September. I think ovarian is like teal. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I have to really look it up. But I want to do one on ovarian cancer. Because, so heart attacks run in my family because both of my grandfathers, my mom's side and my dad's side, they both died of heart attacks. And both of my grandmothers, coincidentally, they both died of cancer. So, yeah, so I'm at a risk 50-50 of either dying of natural, well, what is it, like, not 25, what is 3 divided by 100? 33? 30, like maybe 33.33, or, I don't know, well, maybe a third chance of my lifetime I can die in, you know, as a natural cause. And which I guess a heart attack is a natural cause, right? Oh, so I guess I should say as an accidental death. And so I guess half of your life you can die of an accidental death, and the other half you can die at natural cause. So, but as far as what I'm trying to say is that, like, since both of my grandfathers had cancer, not cancer, they had heart attacks, and both of my grandmothers had cancer, there's a chance that I can die of a heart attack or I can die of cancer. And then another chance that I can die in an accident, you know, or even die of another natural cause. I mean, but usually people, when they go in their sleep, I mean, it's because of a heart attack, right? When they go in their sleep, when they pass away in their sleep, when you're old, you go to sleep and you pass away, it's usually because of a heart attack, right? So I think, I don't know, I mean, if I had to go when I was old, I would rather go, of course, if I get to reach the age that longer than what my grandfathers lived, longer than what my parents are going to live. My parents are still alive and they're in their 60s right now. My mom's in her mid 60s and my dad's in his late 60s. So, and my aunts, my mom, on my mom's side of the family, my aunts are older than my mom, so they're like in their 70s already. I mean, they had a big family. They had like 7 children. You know, there were 7 in that family, 7 or 11. I'm telling you, I have so much family that I don't even know. We don't keep in contact. That I don't even know how many aunts or uncles I had on my mom's side. I can probably, if I think about them, I could probably count them in my head. But I think I know it's 7 or 11. 7 or 11, okay? 7-Eleven, huh? 7-Eleven is the convenience store that we used to have here in Houston, and now we don't have it anymore. Like, I think when I was like, how old was I when they stopped having 7-Elevens? I think I was like 15, 16, maybe 14 when they stopped having 7-Elevens. Yeah. They had Circle K's too. But 7-Elevens were like, I think the oldest stores that we had here in Houston. So, but yeah, so if I get to live as long as, if I can get to live longer than expected, I mean, the way I would want to go is probably peacefully. I think everybody wants to go peacefully. They don't want to die suffering or in an accident or anything like that. I think I'd rather want to go peacefully and not know that I'm actually not know that I'm passed away. I just want to know. I just want to. The steam got in my throat because the fan blew it in my mouth. Okay, you guys. I hope I don't get sick from the steam going in my mouth. Why me? Why? I guess I do things the wrong way. I guess I don't do things the way I'm supposed to, and I don't even know I'm not doing it right. Or I don't even think like, okay, you have a fan, steam's gonna blow in your face, like, I don't even think about that. I don't even think about those things. Yeah, that's straight. So, anyways, okay, so I guess, yeah, my grandfather and my mom's side of the family, from what my mom tells me, see, like I said, we're the youngest of everybody from my family, so I go off of what my mom tells me. Pristine, I'm a sponsor, sorry. I drink Pristine Mist water because that's the inexpensive brand at H-E-B that they sell. This Hispanic H-E-B, they sell like, it's like a 24 pack, but they have like a bonus where they give you like 32. So what I did now is I put my hair in a scrunchie. The other part of my hair, the one that's straight, I put it in a scrunchie. So now I gotta section this part of my hair, because it's just too much. Just too much. So now what I do is I do a smaller curve here. And it's basically my bangs. I'm actually basically just grabbing like the front part of the hair from the front part of my hair and just sectioning it off like that and just putting it in a bun. So as I was saying about my family, my mom's side, yeah, my grandfather was from here. He was already a citizen, but I don't even know where here in the United States he was from, but my mom said he was already a citizen with paper, he wasn't an immigrant or anything like that. He moved to Mexico. So I don't know if my grandfather is full Mexican or if he has like a full Mexican background or what, or if he has something else in him, because I get confused with other cultures as well. Like they ask me, I don't know if I should even if I should even talk about that, because maybe I might not, maybe my viewers don't like to hear other cultures, about other cultures and stuff. So, but I don't know, he may be part something else, and I don't even know. And my grandmother, supposedly she's like fully Mexican, like she's from Nuevo León. new lion in Mexico, Nuevo León. And that's a new lion. It's like new lion in Mexico. And so yeah, so I don't know if he's full-blooded Mexican or if he has something else in his blood. I don't know if my grandmother, my mom's side, is full Mexican either. I mean, she is. I guess she must be because she's from Mexico. But he married her, so all my relatives, they're all citizens. You know, I guess it had to. I mean, do you get dual citizenship or something if you're from? Like my grandfather was from here and he moved to Mexico. He married somebody over there, and I guess that made her a citizen. You know, like she made her a citizen. And he started to raise his family over there in Mexico. He didn't come back to the States. He decided to raise his family in Mexico. He had ranches. He had cattle. I think that's why. I guess because over there they're known to have. I'm telling you, this steam got in my throat. Now I'm like, now it's like irritating my throat. So hopefully that clears up. But yeah, he had cattle. He had horses. He had pigs. He had goats. You know, he had a ranch. So he was pretty wealthy. He was pretty wealthy in Mexico, and he had a lot of siblings. So all that had to be divided up into, you know, into my aunts and uncles. So I don't know. My mom had a share of the property as well, but it wasn't a big piece. It was a small piece of property. She had to sell it because she needed the money. But I wish if I was this age back then, I would have told my mom, don't sell it. You should have just kept it, you know, so we can build like a little house over there just in case something were to happen to us and we needed a place to live, or we can rent it out. Like we could have made a little cottage or a little home, and we could have rented it out to family or to rented it out to somebody, and we could have made profit off of it, you know. But my mom sold it. That was, oh well. I mean, you do what you gotta do. I mean, you know, tough times call for desperate measures sometimes. So she had to sell her property in Mexico, but her share of the property. But yeah, so yeah, he lived this life in Mexico. My grandfather with my grandmother, and they both had a lot of kids, and they had this ranch. They were wealthy. So I still have family over there on my mom's side, and haven't seen them in a long time. You know, I don't even know if they were even to be here in the States. I wouldn't even recognize them. I wouldn't even be able to recognize them if I seen them. Probably wouldn't even know how they look now. I don't have pictures of them. I mean, like, I had met one of my cousins from Mexico. She came like last year, and she had a baby and her husband. She was married already. But when I first met her, man, we were kids. We were little, and she I don't know if she was like my age or a little bit older than me, but she was real thin. I mean, now she's still thin now. I mean, when I saw her the last time I seen her last year, she was really thin. And I was big. I was big when she last saw me. But she was good in health and everything, but I didn't even recognize her, like, from when I knew her, from when we were kids up until now. I didn't recognize her. I didn't recognize her. So I wouldn't even know if that's even my family, to be honest with you. That's how distant we are. That's how distant we are. So So, so my aunt, so there was some family that moved over here from Mexico, you know, but you know they already had their, you know, they had papers and stuff because you know my grandfather was already a citizen, so he, my aunts and uncles and my mom, they all had their, you know, their papers, you know. So they weren't brought here illegally. And if, you know, that, you know, I don't like to talk politics or anything, but that's wrong what they're doing at the border, separating the kids from their parents, you know. I don't like to talk politics, but that's just one thing I just wanted to add in there. That's just wrong what they're doing with the kids, separating them from their parents. But that's all I'm gonna say. I don't really want to make this like a political channel, but I just think that's wrong. And then so then I guess they're full-blooded Mexican. They're full-blooded Mexican. And on my dad's side of the family, we are, my grandfather, he's like Indian, native Indian, like from a tribe, not from a tribe, I don't even know if he's from a tribe or what, but I know he was, I've been feeling, something was pricking my leg, and every time I tried to cross my legs, I kept feeling this prick on my knee. I'm like, what is pricking me every time I cross my leg? And it's these little buggers. Have you ever seen these little stickers? They're little sticky, they're balls with thorns on them. Y'all seen these before? I have a lot of these in my grass. And some of these just, they go inside my, some of them just, I bring inside with my clothing. And that's what was poking my knee, and I kept feeling like, I kept feeling it and feeling like I feel something pricking me, but I don't know what it, I can't feel it. What is it? But anyways, back to my story. So I guess they're full-blooded on my mom's side. I already said that, but now I was talking about my dad's side of the family. It's like they are, girl, I don't know, we have so many like things in our blood, like we have so many different cultures in our DNA that we just know a smidgen of what our DNA is. But I don't know if I would go and do a DNA ancestry, DNA testing, because now they're saying, now they're coming out like the law can start using your DNA as a way of them identifying you. You know, where you live. I think they can even look at your assets, and they can even use that DNA to track you down, or they can use it for like criminal purposes, like in case you get in trouble with the law. If you've done one of those DNA tests, they're able to track you down, or they're able to, I don't know, but they're saying that it's like they can find your identity real quick. Or I think there's not only the police, but I think even like people who can hack into the computers and stuff like that. You know, hackers, they can go and hack, and they can, you know, they can get information on you just through your DNA. Maybe I might have the story a little twisted, but it just goes along those lines. So maybe if you're interested in that, maybe you can look it up on the internet and look up, you know, DNA testing. Is it good or bad? You know, what are the pros and cons and stuff with DNA testing? And just say, can you know, for identity, you know, just research it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this, whatever I straightened out, in a scrunchie. So now I have a hairstyle now. Maybe y'all like my hairstyle. I have this nice little twisty twirl here. I have a little twirl as my bang. There it goes. Maybe I should start doing videos with hairstyles in them, huh? What do you think? That's funny. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. But like I was saying, so on my dad's side of the family, my grandfather is like not native Indian, like Navajo, or I don't know what. I know they're like Mexican Indians, And then my great grandfather is Spaniard, and I think my grandmother from my dad's side of the family, which is my dad's mom, I think she might have some Mexican blood in her. And I don't know if we might have other DNA in our blood. I don't know what else we can have. Because my grandmother on my dad's side of the family was born and raised in Corpus Christi. So all her family and all her, all the descendants, before my grandmother, they were all here, and they were from Corpus Christi, and Beeville, Texas. I think they moved to Beeville, Texas, and then from Beeville, they moved here, I think, to Houston. But yeah, a lot of the, maybe my grandmother was the only one from Corpus, and then she lived in Beeville, because that's where my dad says he was born. He was born in Beeville, Texas. And then he moved to Houston. I guess it's his family and all of them came to Houston. I guess he was little when he was born in Beeville. And he was little when they came here to Houston, Texas. So that's Texas history for you. Texas history with Glitzzy Jen. So we're almost done. So yeah, I have a mixture of DNAs in my blood. Some say I look Indian, like Indian from like India or Arabian. Some say that I look like Salvadorian. So I really don't know. I might have all of that in me. I might have a lot of, and I know we all have. When you're growing up in school, they even tell you from elementary school or even like in middle school, like they tell you we're all mesclo, or what do you call it? Mesclo. I'm telling you, I was a good student when I was in school. I paid attention, but now that I'm older, I just forgot a lot of the stuff that they taught us in school. So, but we're mixed. We're mixed cultures, so we all have some sort of features from another culture because we all have some sort of DNA from that culture in us. So we're all mixed, So we all need to live in harmony and happy and get along with each other, because you never know, we could be related, but DNA wise, we all might have the same kind of culture in us. Part of us might have the same culture. Look at my hair. Do you see? That's the Remington wet to straight flat iron at setting 29. Does this to you. I went from whew, to this. Do you like? Hope y'all did. So, okay you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end my video here, and I just turned it off. I'm gonna set that there so it can cool down. So, thank you for watching. Love you, gems, and I'll see you soon. In my next video, I'm gonna do a tutorial. Eyeshadow tutorial time. Yes, I know. This is gonna be more like, like my normal testing my old eyeshadows and seeing which ones I'm gonna keep, which ones I'm gonna stash or trash. Excuse me, that seemed to still in my chest. But yeah, so hopefully, I'll be able to do a video to show you what we're going to do next after doing these eyeshadow swatching videos. You know, my old eyeshadow swatching videos. You know, testing all the eyeshadows. I feel like I can sing a song with just, you know, clearing my throat, right? Okay, well, thank you, gents. And I'll see you very soon in my next video.